Saturday morning. It is October the 15th. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather, and it is a lovely start to our day. Hope you're having a great one to get you out and about. Here's a live look outside on our Tower Cam network. This is a shot over in New Smyrna Beach, the disappearing island area. It is absolutely beautiful this morning, and it's not just here either. Look at some of our other tower cams around town. Let me take you over to Cocoa, where it is not beautiful. We'll get back there in just a couple of minutes. Downtown, I see blue sky, looking good. Oh yeah, in the metro area, looking good. Down into the tourist district, looking good. But it's here. It's here that we have that asterisk, right? So, did get a desperate message from someone this morning saying, I've got an event in Brevard County. Is it going to rain like this all day? And it's like, no, thankfully it's not. But there is a little bit of rainfall this morning, so let's make sure to address that, okay? Over to our first morning live Doppler radar and see what's doing. Look at how everything is quiet except for Brevard County. Let's zoom in on the radar here, and it's heavy. Not the best news, certainly, right? But here, let's put the laps on, and you can kind of see it's pouring from Cape Canaveral down through about Satellite Beach. It's not really moving all that much. So for the moment, if it's dark and stormy, if it's raining in your neighborhood, that is going to continue for just a little bit of time. Look at the 12-hour forecast, though, okay? We do have a couple of showers here or there in the forecast, but let's take a look at Futurecast and how it's showing some rain in Brevard County, but it's kind of pushing it a little further to the south. So I think little by little that's going to be better for us. And then into the afternoon, 1 or 2 hit or miss showers across the metro area. Otherwise, we're looking good. So happy to say, overall, the forecast is looking better and better. Okay, that's the good news. This morning, though, a little bit of rain in Brevard, and then this afternoon, a little bit of rain in the metro area. All right? Sound good? Questions, comments, concerns? Heather says, sorry, I missed you at Lake House. Were you there? I didn't see you at all. Becca, good morning to you. UCF Jan says, love it. It's always good to wake up on a Saturday morning, a college football Saturday morning, and already have UCF dub in the old bank. I like that. I can rest easy with that for sure. Yeah. By the way, Biketoberfest going on. Daytona Beach. We've got a great schedule of weather there as well. Temperatures today climbing into the lower range of the 80s, a nice breeze, rain to the south, and that'll eventually fade on out. So that's the good news there. Catherine, we're getting an emergency message about flooding in neighborhood counties. I haven't seen anything about flooding, but again, in our area, I don't know where that would be. Down south, I know that there was some flooding yesterday, but I don't know about this morning. David says, Eric, you was awesome last night at Lake Howell. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Had a great time doing it. Enjoyed your UCF performance. Oh, from years ago? Yeah. And good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. A little rain keeps from turning on the sprinkler. This is true. This is true. Ace is asking, when is winter coming? So listen, this weekend is kind of a little bit of a preview of coming attractions. But look at next week. Let's just take a minute, okay? First off, for today, today's lovely. It's going to be a warm afternoon, but at least the morning low temperatures get back into the 60s. Then we get a little bit of rain Monday, Tuesday as a front moves through the area. Then look at high temperatures in the 70s, morning lows in the 50s. So to answer your question, Ace, when is winter coming? Right there. Let's talk about that, okay? So Thursday, let's look at Wednesday afternoon, just as to wet our whistle a bit, all right? Here, this is Wednesday afternoon. Let's just take a look and like celebrate good times. Come on. Here's Wednesday afternoon. It may not be winter, but like that's fall, y'all. 75? Are you serious? 75 the high temperature in Orlando, 71 in Leesburg, 69 the high temperature in Ocala. Let's look at Thursday morning. If that's not good enough for you, let's look at Thursday morning. Temperatures to wake up 57 in Orlando, 50 degrees in the Villages, 53 in DeLand, 48 degrees in Ocala. And then Thursday afternoon, 77 the high temperature in Orlando, 75 in Leesburg, 71 degrees in Palm Coast. Wow. Okay? Okay. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Good gravy. That's unbelievable weather. Oh my gosh. I love it all. I love it all. I love it. I love it. That's not winter. Winter's when it gets down to 0. Well, you're tooting up the wrong horn here. In Florida, that just doesn't happen. I mean, it's great. Zashira says, give me 50s and lower. I feel ya. I feel ya. Perfect weather to train the dogs. I love it. I love it so much. This is moving time. It's good. It's Florida weather, Ace. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Beverly says might have to turn the heat on, and that's how you can tell that Beverly is a Floridian. So there's that. That's very cool. Yeah. How's the weather going to be next weekend? I'm going to camping at Fort DeSoto. So it would be probably back into the lower 80s. But let's take a look. I will tell you in full disclosure, and I posted to Facebook, so certainly you can understand. I have not prepped Coffee Talk like I normally do because I am in a rare weekend off, which reminds me, who filled in? I think it was Cam filled in for me this morning, so I want to thank Cam. Thank you, Cam. I don't know if you're watching, but of course I have to sign in. Jeez Louise, come on. I want to thank Cam for filling in for me this morning. All right. Tropics. Let's just look to the tropics, and then this can kind of help us through the weekend forecast as well. First off to the tropics, before we even do that, hit that button, hit that, and that. Okay, all right, so let's talk about the tropics very briefly here. There is Carl is no more down in the Bay of Campeche, faded over the open waters. This area here that we have been watching, it's not really developing into anything, so that's the good news there. Elsewhere, the tropics, by the way, are nice and quiet, okay? So just for that, all right? So tropics are quiet, but let's take a look at the model here and see what's doing. High pressure, maybe a little something getting going. That's Bermuda there, that dot, so something getting going out east of us. And frankly, that around Monday, Tuesday of next week, if you're in listening mode, that has shown up in the BSR, so that is no surprise to us, all right? Continuing through, there's that front through Tuesday of next week, so giving us nice cool push of air. Late week into the weekend, it looks like there may be a little piece of energy trying to develop around our East Coast. You see that? Nothing impressive, but it looks like it. If I were to switch over to precipitation, yeah, I mean, if we look at the precipitation model, there's a little storm system of some kind around next weekend. You see that? Bringing rain and maybe some cooler air to us, but that would be an indicator for next year's LRC. So there's that, okay? Go back to pressure, normalized anomaly. So yeah, by the 25th, 26th, the next weekend through the 25th, 26th, maybe an indicator of something for next year's hurricane season. And then toward the end, still watching pressures lowering around the Texas-Mexico border there. And I will also point out that lines up with something that the BSR is showing. So let's talk about the BSR. Let me pull this up here. A few seconds. BSR. What is the BSR? The BSR is a long-range forecasting technique that we use to kind of look at bigger weather things, okay? Just a second. North Pacific surface analysis. Why am I selecting the North Pacific? Because this is what is known as a teleconnection. In other words, the weather in one part of the world kind of gives you a glimpse of what's coming on the other part of the world. So this is the North Pacific, and the way that it works is that you kind of add like 2.5 weeks to it. And we use it a lot this time of year to look for fronts, to look for storm systems, things like that. This initial day, that is September the 30th. So based on September the 30th, so that would be Monday of this upcoming week. And look at that. Monday of this upcoming week, there's a front. Big surprise. Monday into Tuesday, we knew that there would be a front. That's absolutely the case. And look, there's that little piece of low pressure out to the east as well, out here. So there's your front. There's a piece of low pressure. So that is lining up almost directly with what's playing out over top of us. Right? All right, so that's that. Let's continue through time here. That's a great cold front moving through. That was October 4th in the Pacific, which translates October, that's around the 21st, 22nd. All right. This is not stuff that other meteorologists use. I'm just telling you. This is kind of some deep dive stuff, but I always love sharing with you all the data that I can. There's going to be some stuff east of us. Tropically, non-tropically, we're going to be tracking some storm systems east of us, out in the Atlantic, okay? So when that happens, you will have heard about it plenty ahead of time. You see that there? Right where it says forecast high 83? Yeah, there's going to be something out that way. That times out to be, that is October... What is that? That's October 10th. October 10th. So that's around the 27th of October. Now, 27th of October is what you're looking at. So just before Halloween, we're going to be watching a storm system out east, and then there's a frontal boundary that's approaching us. Here's perhaps the coolest part. That frontal boundary swings whatever that storm system is away from us and cools us down. That's October 12th. That's the 29th of October here. Probably looking at a nice setup. And then look, that is a potent front, okay? That's October the 13th in the Pacific. That is October 30th. That is the day before Halloween. My friends, the way that it looks right now, mark your let's put it in our calendars together, okay? That's the day before Halloween. That is a potent cold front. So in my calendar right now, I'm going to put on the 30th of October, let's do this together, add big cold front. All right, let's add that together. All-day event, notes, and I know we've talked about it before, but we're just going to say added 10:15. That way, when it happens, you can know that we gave 15 days notice on it. All right? But I've added it. You've added it. I know we've talked about this for at least 5 days, but we'll just say that we added it today for the sake of it, okay? All right. Forward, looking great, but you can kind of see it's getting a little stally, stormy down there, right? Now, the very last part of this version is you see in the bottom left where it says gale, developing gale? That is October 15th. So that's current, okay? And October 15th, that's November 1st. So around November 1st, the BSR is saying watch around Texas because there's going to be some moisture in that area. Now, if we look at that to this, there's lowering pressure around October 31st, okay, in that area. So that's lining up with the GFS actuality. But let's go beyond. If you look at what comes after, the BSR is showing a storm system crossing the Gulf of Mexico, crossing South Florida, and then moving on east. Okay? And we can show that here. But I think it's important to do it because there is an indicator, and it's a pretty decent little indicator of a storm system. You see that right there? Yeah, that's a pretty decent little indicator that, and that's the 16th of October. So we know the 16th of October up there is 1, 2, that would be about November 2nd. All right, November 2nd, we did put in the calendar possible Gulf storm, okay? So it's still showing up. I will tell you that I informed my boss about that like days ago. I told her Tuesday. So 11th, October 11th, I told the boss, first week in November, heads up. All right, so for us, for now, let's just talk about what the long-range signals are showing. They're showing cooler temps for Halloween, and they're showing first week in November, maybe something tropical coming from the Gulf. All right? Certainly something we'll watch. Not an overwhelming concern, but just something to watch. Okay? In the meantime, we're also watching our lovely forecast these next couple of days. Yeah. Temperatures climbing into the upper 80s next couple of days. Monday into Tuesday, right on time. There's that frontal boundary. And then look at those temperatures dropping. My friends, we will have 40s if this holds up on the maps these next couple days. All right? Any questions, comments, concerns? Now that I've run my mouth for a few minutes, let's chat briefly. Sorry, I have not been ignoring you, but I just wanted to get through my whole long-term spiel. Isn't there something added to the calendar on October 30th that you added around the 13th? It would have been that next front, bringing in cooler air, Yukon. Leaves changing in Florida is more of an attitude than anything. Yeah. This year says 40s. Heck yeah. Just know that it's 40s like in our northern areas. Scott Kaler, good morning, buddy. Good morning, good morning. It's a wackadoo kind of Saturday. Dottie, good morning. Brian, Eric, I have a question that came to mind this morning. Has anyone mapped where the flooding was and water encroached from the waterways at the crest for all of Central Florida? The Weather Service may have, but I don't know for sure. I can tell you, if we just look, we've got river level. So we've got like river gauges that we use, and they have been and will continue to be up there. I'm like, why isn't it showing up? I know that I have it here. So here's the river gauges, and that's the biggest deal, right? That's the biggest deal when it comes to flooding currently is the flooding. And you can see we still have several gauges at major flood stage. We're doing better now. Minor flood stage at the St. John's and Cocoa, already crested, but the St. John's at Lake Harney, still major flood stage, slowly falling. The St. John's near Sanford, slowly falling. And yes, we still have flood advisories here for obvious reasons, because these river levels are slowly falling, but doing better and better little by little. All right? So there's that.
Where are we going today?
We're going to have some fun. You want to say hi to everybody on Coffee Talk?
Dad, where are we going?
I don't know yet. We should do something, though, shouldn't we?
Let's go to Disney.
That's what you want to do today?
Okay.
Okay.
Can I sit on your lap?
Of course you can. Let me just back up so I don't run off over your toe. Come here. Oh, goodness. You're getting to be a big buddy. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Hello. This guy learned to play trumpet yesterday. What do you want from Santa this year?
A golden trumpet.
He wants a golden trumpet. I don't know that we're going to do a golden, but maybe Santa will get you a white trumpet?
I will tell him he will give me a golden trumpet.
Oh, well, I don't know about the golden part, but at any rate, and this was...
I'm gonna tell him, and you're gonna stay, and then for my candy.
For your candy?
I'm gonna get a candy cane.
You want to get a candy cane?
Yeah, from his candy box.
Okay. Well, listen. So can we talk about a couple forecasts of things happening? So, all right, so let's talk about some things. First off, today, the Come Out with Pride Parade, noon festivities begin. Lower 80s, looks beautiful weather for downtown Orlando if you're heading out that direction. If you're heading out to the theme parks, here's what to expect if you're heading over to Disney. What are you doing, little Eric? You just tilting your head in creepy ways?
Yeah. Just being a little creepy.
You're being a little creepy? Timothy says the tropical system in the Gulf, 11-2. Will it be a tropical storm or just rainy wind? I have no idea, Timothy. That part is too far to know. I can tell you what the science shows, which is something. Outside of that, we don't know. And it may not even be tropical. It may just be a storm system. But there's going to be something out there around that time. Love the computer build photograph, Matt says. Brought back some memories. Jeez Louise. I had my company, EB Tech. Yeesh. Yukon, I'm going to Epcot tomorrow. Eric, if you take the family, say hello.
Hello. So.
Let's see here. Curious how far water expanded from waterways onto the land for future planning from this 200-year flood blinds. Asking, the struggle with that, if I'm honest with you, is that it's so different in different areas. Maybe we'll have to have some folks from the National Weather Service on. Let's do that. Let me try and book Jessie. I know she's the hydrologist, I guess you'd call it. She's the boss lady over there for that. So I'll have to check and see if I can get her to do coffee talk. We're friends on Facebook, so I'm sure I could ask her. Kimberly says it's the right time of year to be a little creepy. Ooh. I didn't see the creepy doll that was on Wesh this morning. I got to enjoy the morning with the kiddos. Does he want more milk? Is that what it is? The kid is... Alexander is a milk fiend. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Keep your tongue in your mouth, please. And nobody wants to see that. All right, so that's where we're at, people. Any questions, comments, concerns? Otherwise, we've got an unbelievable stretch of weather coming next week. Holy cannoli, holy cannoli, holy cannoli. All right? As Manolfi would say, bada bing, bada boom. All right? You have anything you want to say?
So, you didn't sing about...
You want me to sing?
Yeah.
I don't know about singing. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you guys and gals so much for hanging out. We'll see you later. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.